Last night on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Jeff Wilke's our man.
Can't believe I'm sitting on this hot seat, because it is hot.
What is the subject of the 1979 film, The China Syndrome?
You know, I think I am going to use a lifeline.
All right, fine, Jeff. Which one?
I'm going to use my phone call. You sure?
Definitely.
All right, then. You're the man on that.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right. Good luck.
I got 10 more seconds, so how you doing? I'm going to go with C.
Dennis was right. It's the nuclear plant accident. Now join us from New York for night 34 of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another night of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And again, the only thing we can predict about tonight's show is that none of us really has any idea how it's going to turn out. Take last night, for example. David Fite from San Antonio, Texas was here, went all the way to $500,000, having gone to the studio audience lifeline on his very first $100 question. That was some run he had. But then he had a secret weapon. He had a fortune cookie that he picked up at a Chinese restaurant earlier that afternoon, and it told him that prosperity was in his future. And boy, was that ever right. And so with that in mind, we stopped by the same Chinese restaurant and picked up some more fortune cookies. Picked them up for our guy right here, Jeff Wilke from Auburn, California, who is in the driver's seat right now, has won, what, $1,000 from last night?
I think it's 2.
2,000. Excuse me.
Yeah, come on.
All right, so Jeff, pick anyone you want, and let's see if you can get the same luck.
All
All right, fine. Open it up. Let us know what it says.
Don't be conceited. You may be better than others, but there's a God above you.
Not exactly what you call a good omen. And incidentally, I never heard so much on one little fortune cookie. All right, Jeff. Anyway, did you have a good night in New York last night?
Oh, yes, I did.
Now, I told you to go out on the town. Don't be afraid.
I
Some
took
people
your
come to
advice.
New York City and they're saying, ooh, I don't want to go out in the big city. First time in New York,
Yeah.
give me your impressions.
It's amazing. I never thought of New York as I do now. Pictures just don't do it justice.
So where did you go?
Well, I took your advice and I went down Broadway to Times Square, and I have no idea where I went after that, but 3 hours later, I was back at the hotel.
You were back at the whole safe and sound.
Well, yeah,
And you had a good time.
good time.
And your friend Aaron, he enjoyed it as well.
No, I think so.
Yeah, well, if I had Aaron with me, I wouldn't be afraid either, you know what I mean? Take a look at that guy. Hi, Aaron, how you doing?
How you doing, Regis?
Nice to have you here. All right, so listen, I would say that you are in good shape. You did indeed win $2,000 last night. 9 questions away from winning $1 million. The rules are quite simple. The more questions you get right, the more money you win. And once you reach that $32,000 level, Jeff, you're guaranteed to leave with at least that much money. You've got 2 lifelines left to help you, 50-50, where the computer will take away 2 of the wrong answers, leaving the correct answer and 1 wrong answer. And you can ask the audience, where you can poll our studio audience to see what they think the answer is. So, Jeff, if you are ready.
I'm ready.
Studio audience, ready? Come on, let's go to work. Let's do it. Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Okay, Jeff, for $4,000, here it is. For what successful pop group was Peter Gabriel once the lead singer? Genesis, Dire Straits, Yes, Queen.
Well, I know a few it's not.
Well, why don't you go over them?
No, I'm not sure.
2 lifelines if you need.
I hate to use it on something like that.
Got to stay in the game, Jeff.
You're right. You know, I'm going to poll the audience.
Okay, fine, sure. Audience, we need a little help here. On your keypads using A, B, C, or D, vote now. Well, 64% say it's Genesis, and that's a pretty commanding vote.
Yeah, and I'm going to go with the audience on that. And
All
I'm
right,
gonna
fine.
say
So that's your final answer?
That is my final answer.
Okay, Genesis is his final answer. They're right. It's Genesis. Good for them. Okay, thank you. Usually the audience is almost always right, you know. Last night,
Well, these are
8
bright
questions
people.
away from $1 million here, Jeff. Here it comes for $8,000. Who shot President Reagan in 1981? John Hinckley Jr., Charles Whitman, Mark David Chapman, Squeaky Fromme.
You know, I'm going to have to go with A on this. John Hinckley Jr.
Okay.
That's
remember
my
that?
final answer.
Final answer?
Yes, it is.
John Hinckley Jr., he says, and John Hinckley Jr. did it. You're absolutely right. $8,000. All right, he's won $8,000. He's going for $16,000. 7 questions left and 1 lifeline. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back now with Jeff Wilkie, who lives in Auburn, California. That's just outside of Sacramento, and his friend Aaron up there. And of course, you're a bachelor, right? Still a bachelor.
Yes, I am.
Aaron got married some time ago, but you guys have been friends forever.
Seems like
Since
it.
you were
Yes,
kids.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And what's the basis of that friendship?
I don't know. Not right now.
No. Understand there was a little problem in your hotel room last night. You
Yeah.
found out what Aaron's wife knows.
Yeah, he snores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were trying to get a good night's sleep.
Well, I didn't get a good night's
Oh,
sleep.
see. Well, you're doing okay. So, what do you say? Let's play. Here we go. $16,000 question, and here it is. In what state was the Transcontinental Railroad completed in 1869? Was it Nebraska, Kansas, Utah, Nevada?
Should have paid more attention in history.
Yeah. Do have the 50-50.
Well, let's use that. I got to keep going.
All right, fine. Computer, please take away 2 of the wrong answers, leaving Jeff 1 wrong answer and the correct one. Thanks. Here it is, Nebraska or Utah?
I'm going to say Utah. C.
Okay. Want to make that your final?
Yes, that's my final answer.
You're right, it's Utah. Okay, good. $16,000. If you make it to $32,000, you can't leave with less than that, okay?
I'm all for it.
Here it is, $32,000. What was the name of Richie Cunningham's seldomly seen older brother on Happy Days? Chuck, Spike, Dick, Kurt.
Well, I used to watch the show.
You did watch the show?
I did, but
Well, this brother was seldomly seen, they say.
well, apparently. I was pretty young when I watched the show too.
Yeah. Any of these names ring a bell?
Yeah, 2 of them. I'm thinking not Spike.
Okay.
So. And I'm pretty sure it's not C, Dick. I'm going to make what I think is a good guess. And I'm going to go with A, Chuck.
Why do you think that's a good guess?
It just sounds right.
Okay, all right, good enough. And that's going to be your final answer.
That is my final answer.
You got it, it's Chuck. Oh my gosh. All right, well, 5 questions away from $1 million. It goes pretty quickly right now. And you're going for 64,000. No more lifelines, but let's keep it going, all right?
You bet.
Here it is, Jeff. What was the familial relationship between former presidents Franklin and Theodore Roosevelt? Were they brothers, distant cousins, father and son, no relation.
Ooh.
Just think about it for a minute now. You got nothing to lose here.
Well, I've been reading about Theodore Roosevelt. I was reading his biography on the plane. Unfortunately, they didn't say anything about Franklin yet.
How many pages have you read?
Oh, about 80.
He did a lot.
That's a thick book, and
Yeah, he
it's
did a
small
lot.
print.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think whether or not I heard them referred to as distant cousins, but I've got nothing to lose here either.
Would you like another fortune cookie?
If we have time. No? No? Okay. I'm trying to think what year Franklin was president. I'm thinking I heard something about this, and I'm going to go with B, distant cousins. That's my final answer, distant cousins.
Distant cousins, final
Yes.
answer. You did it again. You won $64,000. Whoa. Yeah.
That looks good.
Looks good, huh?
That looks good.
All right, my man. You're 4 questions away from $1 million. You're guessing pretty good right now.
That's all it is.
All right, good.
I'm lucky.
No lifelines. Of course, if you miss in here, you'll be reduced to $32,000.
Ooh, okay.
But here it is for $125,000. What science fiction author is credited with the idea of orbiting communications satellites? Isaac Asimov, Arthur C. Clarke, Robert Heinlein, Frank Herbert.
I know what I think, but I don't know if I want to take the chance.
Yeah, well, that's another decision you have to make. You know, when you started the show, you said you wanted to win big bucks so you could buy Aaron some hair. Right now, you got enough for him and for you.
Yeah. A couple different colors. So.
That's right.
When I came here, I didn't think I was even going to get here. I didn't pack enough clothes. I had to shop this morning because I didn't pack enough for this to get up here. So, I think I'm going to walk away from this at $64,000.
All right. 64,000.
Yes.
That's a good piece of change. Good piece of change. Let me ask you something. You're so hot right now. You're guessing. Your mind is clicking. Would you have a guess here? Let's just see.
I want to say Arthur C. Clarke.
Arthur C. Clarke would be
Yep.
your guess?
Yeah.
And absolutely, it's the right answer. Darn it. Too late, though, but $64,000. Jeff Wilkie, not bad. All right, big guy.
Thank you very
Good
much.
luck to you.
Thanks a lot.
All right. Jeff, very excited, and he should be. He just guessed his way to $64,000. And if any of you happen to see Jeff and Aaron out there in New York City tonight, please make sure they get home safely. But right now, we've got 10 new contestants who have flown in from all over the country. Who are they? Where are they from? Let's find out. They are Janet Tagg, Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. William Barraquette, New York City. Joel Reed, Birmingham, Alabama. Dan O'Gorman, Nashville, Tennessee. Ken Hesse, Gainesville, Florida. Chuck Magnus, Bronx, New York. Rick Blumenfeld, Albuquerque, New Mexico. David Arkin, Richmond, Virginia. Jason Blott, Brooklyn, New York. And Amanda Marsh-Simon, Rockaway, New Jersey. All right, contestants, congratulations on getting this far. Now we're going to find out which one of you will get a chance to play for $1 million. Here's how it works. In a moment, a question and 4 answers will appear on your screens. The one who puts these answers in the correct order in the fastest time will be our next player. Audience, we need your complete silence here. Thank you very much. Here comes the question. Put the following television celebrities in the order of their height, from the shortest to the tallest. David Letterman, Gary Coleman, Terry Hulk Hogan, Michael J. Fox. All right, everybody, let's see the answer in the correct order, starting with the shortest. Gary Coleman, Michael J. Fox, David Letterman, Terry Hulk Hogan. That's the right order. Let's see who got it right. And in the fastest time, and the winner is Ken Hesser. Ken Hesser. Yeah, Ken, over here. Congratulations. Way to go. Ken Hesser. Want to win $1 million? Yes. He wants to win it. We'll be right back. All right, Ken Hesser, a winner. Ken's from Gainesville, Florida, attending law school.
University of Florida, Regis.
Yeah, good for you. And you're engaged.
I'm engaged, getting married March 4th.
And she is also a law school
She is
student.
also a law student, yes.
Terrific. Good for you. But you've got a friend up here. His name is another Aaron. Hi, Aaron. How you doing?
All right.
Nice to have you here. Ken, you know the rules. You know the lifelines. You get 50-50. You can ask the audience. You can finally phone a friend anywhere in America. Friends at AT&T will find that person and bring them to us and see if they can help you. So if you're ready, why don't we do it? Why don't we play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire right now? Here we go. $100, and here it is. What phrase runs at the end of the Merry Melodies cartoons? Is it, "What's up, Doc"? Good night, everybody. That's all, folks. See you, Seymour.
The answer is C. That's all, folks.
It's a good one. You won $100. $200. Here it comes. How many years make up a millennium? 100, 500, 1,000, 10,000.
Regis, the answer is C. 1,000.
And you're absolutely right. Sure, it's 1,000. For $300. What are the sculptures made of in Madame Tussauds' famous museums? Marble, wax, metal, cookie dough.
Regis, the answer is B. Wax.
You're absolutely right. They made of wax. $300. $500. Here it is. Which of the following is commonly referred to as the flu? Is it influenza, pneumonia, mononucleosis, diverticulitis?
Regis, the answer is A. Influenza.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. The flu is influenza. All right, Ken, for $1,000, check it out. What is 100% of 50% of 200? Is it 150? Is it 100? 200? 50?
Okay, well, 50% of 200 is 100, and 100% of 100 would be 100. So that answer would be B. 100.
B, 100. Final answer.
That's my final answer, Regis.
Yes, indeed, it's 100. You're absolutely right. Hey, this guy's good. Okay, Ken Hesser cruising here, going for $2,000 and 10 questions away from the million. If you're drinking a Boilermaker, you're downing a shot of whiskey, followed by a sip of what drink? Vodka, tequila, beer, rum.
Not quite sure, actually, on this one. I have an idea of it, but I think I'm going to ask the audience, Regis.
You went through college and you don't know the answer.
Yeah, I wasn't, you know what? I wasn't much of a whiskey drinker.
Good for
I
you.
drank bourbon once in a while, but not
All
whiskey.
right, good.
So.
Audience, sure, we can get your help here. Audience, get ready. Here's the question. If you're drinking, let me look around this audience. Yeah, they got it. Okay. If you're drinking a Boilermaker, you're downing a shot of whiskey followed by a sip of what drink? Is it vodka, tequila, beer, or rum? Okay, audience, are you ready? On your keypads using A, B, C, or D, vote now. Well, it's an overwhelming vote.
Yeah.
as I thought it would be from this gang.
Yeah, you know, I'm going to get a lot of flack for this for not, but the answer is C, beer. That's what I thought.
C, beer.
Yes.
All right, fine. Final answer.
Final answer, Regis.
Yeah, let's straight to that one. You got it right. $2,000. We're going for $4,000 here, and the man has not touched the lifeline yet. Oh, yes, indeed,
Touched
you just
one.
did touch one. Yeah, two left.
I'll
Here we
take the
go.
one back, though.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Here it is. Oprah Winfrey was nominated for an Academy Award for her screen debut role in which movie? Driving Miss Daisy, The Color Purple, Mississippi Burning, Beloved.
My fiancée, Jennifer, back home, this is one of her favorite movies of all time, and we talk about Oscars, so the answer is B, The Color Purple.
Color Purple, final answer.
That's my final answer, Regis.
Color Purple is the answer. You won $4,000. For $8,000, which university awards the Rhodes Scholarship? Is it Cambridge, Oxford, Harvard, MIT?
I believe President Clinton got the Rhodes Scholarship, and I believe he went over to Oxford. So I think the answer is B, Oxford. That's my final answer, Regis.
All right, good. Didn't have to ask it that time. Final answer. It's a good one. You've won $8,000. It's Oxford, yeah. All right. Here's where you are. You won $8,000. You're going for $16,000. 7 questions away from $1 million. 2 lifelines left. We'll be right back. Okay, we're with Ken Hesser, 24 years old, from Gainesville, Florida, attends University of Florida Law School studying criminal law.
Yes.
We're kind of a ways away from it, but you have in your mind that if you win some more money, you're going to finance an operation for your friend Aaron up there, huh?
Well, we were talking this morning, and Aaron asked me if I were to win any money or win a sizable amount, what I would do. And he mentioned LASIK eye surgery, the eye surgery.
Sure.
So I told him that I would do that for him.
Well, that's nice. That's great. Okay, well, let's see what happens. You've won $8,000, going for $16,000, 7 away from $1 million. Let's play. In what city does the Tour de France generally and traditionally end? Paris, Marseille, Lyon, Rouen.
I actually watched this. I watched the last leg of it this summer. It's on the Champs-Élysées in Paris, and Lance Armstrong won it. The answer is A, Paris.
Paris, final answer.
It's my final answer, Regis.
You're right, it's Paris. You won $16,000. And that was a thrilling race, wasn't it?
Oh, yes.
All right, so you won 16. Here we go for $32,000. Check it out. Who was the original host of NBC's The Tonight Show when it premiered nationwide in 1954? Was it Joey Bishop, Jack Parr, Ernie Kovacs, Steve Allen?
Okay. I have an idea of this, Regis. Trying to think about my lifelines here, who I have.
Phone a friend, or you can do the 50-50 thing.
See, I think that Carson took over for Jack Parr, and I know that Steve Allen did host the Tonight Show. I don't think Joey Bishop or Ernie Kovacs did it. Wow. This is a big question, too. I'm going to use my 50-50, Regis.
50-50, sure. Computer, would you take away 2 of the wrong answers, leaving Ken 1 wrong answer and the correct answer?
Great.
Well, there you go. Jack Parr or Steve Allen?
I'm trying to think here. This is a big question, Regis. I'm going to have to call somebody. Just trying to think of who knows this. Okay, I'm going to call Dennis, Regis.
Dennis is
Dennis is my boss this summer.
in law school.
No, he was a boss. I worked for him this summer.
Got you. All right, fine. Let's call Dennis. AT&T, please get us Dennis on the line. See what he thinks.
Hello?
Hello, Dennis.
Yes?
Hi, Regis Philbin here from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Hi, Regis. How are you?
Good, fine. We've got Ken with us and needs a little help on this particular question. So you're going to be talking to him. He'll give you the question and two possible answers. He's won $16,000, going for $32,000 right now, so it's important money. Next voice you hear will be Ken's. He has 30 seconds, and they start right now.
Who was the original host of NBC's The Tonight Show when it premiered nationwide in 1954? Was it Jack Parr or was it Steve Allen?
It was Steve Allen.
Dennis, are you 100% sure of that?
No, I know that Jack Parr was early, but Jack Parr was followed by somebody. I believe it's Steve Allen.
So wait, Jack Parr was followed by Steve Allen?
No. Steve Allen came first. Jack Parr was followed by somebody else.
Okay, thanks. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure Dennis seemed good, so he said Steve Allen, and he was actually alive when that show premiered, so, and I still had another 21 years. So we're gonna go with Steve Allen, D, Regis.
Steve Areno, the final answer.
Steve Areno, that's my final answer.
Yeah, sure, it was Steve Allen. You won $32,000, Kenny. There you go, baby, right there. Way to go. Yeah, very good. Sure. Steve Allen started that whole Tonight Show. All right, so now you've won $32,000, but you're all out of lifelines, Ken. So let's see if we can keep it going. 5 questions away from $1 million. Here it is for $64,000. In the comic strip Doonesbury, by what initials is the former football quarterback known? JR, JJ, BD, GT.
I don't read Dewsbury. I know that Gary Trudeau writes the script, and I think that would be GT. And my gut reaction, Regis, is BD. I have no idea. I can't lose here, so I'm just going to say BD. It's a guess.
BD.
C.
Final answer.
Final answer, Regis.
Good guess. You won $64,000. Absolutely great going for $125,000. No lifelines left. Let's see how far he goes. We'll be right back. Okay, Ken Hessel. He's won $64,000 so far. We said earlier, you know, this would be very unpredictable, and it has been. People are guessing, they're going on their gut instincts, and of course, that's your best friend. Now, you've won $64,000. Should you miss in here, you'll be reduced to $32,000. But why don't we take a look at the question for $125,000, Ken? All right?
Okay.
Very important. Here it comes. Which of the following was introduced in 1893 at the World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago? A roller coaster, movie theater, Ferris wheel, Model T Ford.
Wow. I know it's not the Model T Ford. And actually, when the question first came out, I was thinking it might be the telephone. And I think a Ferris wheel is French. I don't know if they would have that in Chicago either. I'm thinking roller coaster, but you know, Rita, $64,000. I have so many loans right now to pay off. And you know, I want a great honeymoon, so I'm going to stop right now, Regis.
All right. I understand it. Sure. That's your final decision. Yeah. All right, Ken. The correct answer was Ferris wheel.
Okay.
Ferris wheel. So you won $64,000. Very good. Good luck to you. Have a happy life, okay? All right. Somewhere in this building, Peter Jennings is screaming at his TV set because during this network's unbelievable Millennium coverage, he must have mentioned that the Chicago Ferris wheel 5 or 6 times. Easy, Peter, easy. All right, we've still got 9 contestants left. So here is the next fastest figure question. Put the following tourist attractions in geographical order from north to south. Cape Hatteras Lighthouse, Liberty Bell, Everglades, Niagara Falls. Okay, everybody, time's up. Here's the answer in the correct order, starting in the north. Niagara Falls, Liberty Bell, Cape Hatteras Lighthouse, Everglades. That's the right order. Let's see who got it right. And in the fastest time, and it's Jason Block. Yeah! Jason, you did it, baby! Jason! Yeah! Ready? Let's go. Do you want to play? You bet! All right. This guy is on fire here. Jason Block, 31 years old, from
Brooklyn, New York.
Of course. Where else would you be from? Sure. What do you do for a living?
I'm a educational researcher for an internet services company.
What does that mean?
Well, this company makes a safe site so that kids can research specific educational topics.
Oh.
What I do is I look the sites up, make sure that they're of educational quality, send it off to the company, and they put it on the site.
So you've got access to a lot of information.
Yeah.
Good, and you use it too. Aren't you interested in sweepstakes and lotteries and things like that?
Yeah, I am. I've done it all the time. As a matter of fact, the day I got the call for this particular show, I won $10,000 in an internet sweepstakes.
No kidding, good for you.
Yeah.
What do you want with us?
2 more zeros and 2 decimal points plus 2 more.
I don't blame you. All right, it's good to have you here.
Thank you.
You didn't bring a guest today, but you have a grandma, huh?
Yeah, Grandma Rose. I want to say hello to her. She's 100 years old.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Good for
she
her.
came over here in 1914, and she's watching right now with my family, and she's going to be 101 on May 29th.
Oh, that's great. Jason, we got to win this for her, okay?
You bet.
For Grandma Rose. You know the rules, right?
Yep.
Okay, you know about your lifelines. 50-50, ask the audience, phone a friend. It's all there for you.
Yep.
So if you're ready, let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Here we go. We begin with the $100 question. Here it comes. With what phrase do you traditionally wish an actor good luck? Bite your tongue, scrape a knee, break a leg, puncture a kidney.
My friends at the Community Theater in Brooklyn, which I do some acting, would wish me and say, break a leg. The answer is C.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Break a leg, Jason. You're right. You won $100. $200. In which of these games does a player shout the name of the game to signal victory? Hide and seek, Monopoly, bingo, chess.
There's usually a song about a dog that goes with this, but the answer also is C. Bingo.
Bingo. Final answer.
Final answer.
Bingo it is. You're right for $200. Here it is for $300. Which of the following is sprinkled on the roads after a snowstorm to make snow and ice melt faster? Is it salt, sugar, pepper, oregano?
You know, oregano with snow usually would have a nice taste to it. However, the answer is A, salt.
And that is your final answer.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely right again for $300. So, Jason Block, $500.
Okay.
Take a look. All for one and one for all is the motto of which of these classic literary groups? The Outsiders, Swiss Family Robinson, the Bobbsey Twins, Three Musketeers.
Athos, Porthos, and D'Artagnan. All for one and one for all. The Three Musketeers. D, final answer.
Final answer is right. Three Musketeers. He's got it. $500. 11 away from $1 million. Here it comes. What city is host to the United Nations headquarters? London, New York, Paris, Los Angeles.
You know, if I took a cab, about 20 blocks down and about 5 avenues east, I'd be at the East 42nd Street United Nations headquarters, right here in New York.
Really?
B.
Don't you love these little travelogues that Jason gives you?
And that's my final answer.
Final answer is B, and it's a good one. You won $1,000. Yeah. Man has won $1,000. Man going for $2,000. Come right back. He's got all his lifelines. We'll see how he does in a moment. Jason Block from Brooklyn, New York. The crowd loves him here. They're all pulling for you. Can you feel it?
Oh, I feel the love in the audience.
All right,
Thank you.
good, Jason. They're in love with Jason. Jason happens to be a big Yankee fan and also a wrestling fan.
Yeah, I do many different things. I run a fantasy wrestling federation, which we write the actual scripts and broadcast it on the net. And I've been watching wrestling since about 15.
And who's your favorite guy?
I gotta love The Rock. I think
Yeah?
The Rock.
Yeah,
I
The
think
Rock?
he is the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. Yes.
Can he take Stone Cold?
Well, hopefully Stone Cold will get better after his surgery, but
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
right. He's hurt right now, isn't he?
Yep.
All right, Jason could sit here all night and talk about wrestling, but we've got a show
We
to
got
do.
money!
That's right. You won $1,000. You're going for $2,000.
Right.
Let's get going, okay, before the time runs out.
Let's do it.
play.
Okay.
Which of the following have Joan Rivers, Spike Lee, and Dennis Rodman all worn for an ad campaign? Milk mustache, wedding dress, hat topped with fruit, scuba gear.
It is actually one of the best ad campaigns in history. You got 2 words for it. It says got milk. The answer is a milk mustache.
And that is your...
Final answer.
He said it. He's right. Milk mustache. He's won $2,000. Let's go for $4,000, and here it comes. In How the Grinch Stole Christmas, which town does the title character torment? Whyville? Whatville? Whereville? Whoville?
Well, the thing is that there is going to be a movie coming out about this, and the answer is D, Whoville.
Really?
Yep.
All right, and that's your final answer.
Yes, it is.
He did it again. It's Whoville. $4,000. All right, Jason, we're getting closer
Serious
and
money
closer.
here.
Yeah, we're getting up to the serious money now. 8 questions away from $1 million for $8,000. Check it out. Cheryl Miller achieved notoriety in what sport? Tennis, soccer, basketball, figure skating.
I can give you a little story about this one, too.
Let me put my feet up.
Okay. Her brother Reggie plays for the Indiana Pacers. She, I believe, played for USC. They both play basketball. The final answer is C, basketball.
He said basketball. He's right for $8,000. Jason Block getting closer and closer to the $1 million. I bet your grandmother's really excited now, huh?
I wanted to live to 101, so.
Okay. For $16,000,
Okay.
here it is. Which of the following terms refers to a tree that loses its leaves every year? Coniferous, indigenous, deciduous, perennial.
You got me on this one. I know coniferous means that it has cones. Okay. I really am stumped. So, what I am going to do is I am going to phone a friend. And I'm going to make history here.
Why is that?
Because the phone a friend I'm going to use was a former contestant here this past November. His name is Rick Grimes.
Rick Grimes, I remember him. Sure.
Yeah. I need help here.
All right, fine. Let's get Rick on the phone. AT&T will track him down, get him on the line. We'll see what he has to say.
Hello?
Hello, Rick.
Yes.
Regis Philbin, nice to talk with you again.
Yeah, good to talk to you too.
Yeah, we've got Jason Block here, and the man's on fire, but he, after all, is human, and he needs a little help right now.
Okay, let's see what we can do.
Okay, he's won $8,000, going for $16,000. He is going to give you the question and the 4 possible answers. One of them's the correct answer, of course. So the next voice you hear will be Jason. Got 30 seconds, Jason, and they start right now.
Which of the following terms refers to a tree that loses its leaves every year? Coniferous, indigenous, deciduous, or perennial?
It's C, deciduous.
Are you sure on this?
I'm positive.
Man, I owe you something, boy. I appreciate all your help.
No problem. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
You know, I'm gonna go with him, man. He was here before and he was doing it. So my final answer is C, deciduous.
You're right, it's deciduous. Oh, my gosh. Hey, that means we are out of time for tonight, but you could bet Jason will be back here tomorrow night, yeah, and joining him will be 10 new contestants from all over the country. And they are Sean Quick, Philip Sassy, Akiva Fox, Eric Molnar, Leah Peak, Ken Goldman, Mark McDermott, Ryan Morton, Shannon McGee, and Chris Ammerman Gerke. Hey, this guy also wants to be a game show host. Hit it, Jason.
If you're going to be in the New York area and would like to be a part of our studio audience, call 212-735-5369 for complimentary tickets. And if you want to be a contestant, go to abc.com for the toll-free number and all the details. And while you're there, play Millionaire on the internet all day, every day. We'll see you back here tomorrow night at what time?
Well, 8 o'clock, 7 Central.
Stay tuned for Dharma and